This video is for all the guys who are trying to do something exceptional with their lives. We're not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna hop straight into it. But the main theme of this, bro, is stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Let me elaborate. The other day I went to the movies with one of my friends, right? He's one of my closest friends. But for me, I graduated last year. I've only had about a year of straight working experience tied to my name. I'm basically just, starting my life, right? For him, he's had a lot more time working through school, stacking up his change and stuff like that, right? But we're chatting it up. We hadn't seen each other for a little while, and we're updating each other on each other's lives. And he was like, "Yo, I'm going to fly off to another city with my girlfriend for the weekend." Right? And I'm super happy for my bro. I'm like, bro, you did all this, right? But then I started to feel this little bit of envy in my spirit, right? It wasn't necessarily jealousy, but it was like, dang, I kind of want to go and do something like that. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of backstory, right? All the way back in 2020, when COVID was first coming out, I was in my first year of university. I just did one semester, and then by the time the winter semester came around, that's when COVID hit. And I remember talking to my friend, the same friend, right? And everybody was, crying and be like, oh no, we're gonna lose the best years of our lives. This is our first year of uni. It's not gonna be the same. Everything's gonna be online, where are the parties and stuff like that. And I remember in my head, I was upset, right? I said to myself, this could be the best thing that ever happened to me, right? Because I'm like, this is the time where I can hunker down and just like focus. I don't got no excuses. I don't have to be anywhere because all the classes are online. I don't have a set schedule of where I have to leave my house. I don't have a specific job that I'm going to because a lot of people were just forced to stay home anyway. So I'm like, this is the time where I could build myself. During this time, I got my first investment book. It depends what you call an investment book. I refer to it as the first book I invested in, which was Rich Dad Poor Dad. A lot of you might know about it. I think it was one of the best books to open my mind to. Strongly recommend that you go and get it. But there's two lessons that I got from that book. And number one was not to trade time for money and to work towards owning things. Right? Work towards owning things instead of, the typical thing. You work at a job. When you get 60, you retire. And then you get your nice little 20 years. So that was the first thing I learned. The second thing that I learned from that book is to not listen to people who have not done what you want to do. Or essentially saying, don't be swayed by everybody else's opinions and learn from the people who are in the position that you want to be in. Those are the two things I learned from that. So that started something in my chest, right? From that time, from that first year in university, when everything went online, went to COVID, the world went dark, I was like, that's when I made a mindset shift in how I wanted my future to be. I said, I want to own things. I want to go into things like real estate, have my own business, that type of stuff, right? So that's where everything started. Now, from that, I went into different streams of learning where I was like, okay, I wanted to start a business. Let's try that out. Or this and this and this. What I eventually came to was that I wanted to do real estate. Eventually, sometime in the future, I wanted to do real estate. I wanted to own apartments. I wanted to own things, own places, and stuff like that. I wanted that to be my business. But what I realized was I couldn't do what everybody else was doing. You might hear a lot about hustle culture. I believe there's some truth in it, is that sometimes you have to make sacrifices. I heard this thing from this one YouTuber. His name is Brandon Carter. And essentially he said that if you don't sacrifice for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. I don't lie. That's hard. That's absolutely hard. But then it bred something in me. I've always been a hard worker in whatever I do, right? And I want to apply that to YouTube and just my general finances. But what I realized is that in this time, if I want to get to that point where I'm owning stuff, where I got businesses and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to live a different way from everybody else. That means living below my means, stacking up my cash. Like I said, I only have a year of experience of just working, right? And that's not even just at a job. That's like my self-employment thing. That's me doing YouTube, doing sponsorships, my own business, selling my own online products and stuff like that. I only have a year of that underneath my belt. And I'm not saying this to say that I'm like, that's not enough. I'm not saying any of this to brag or anything like that. I'm saying that's the position that I'm in. But like I said before, if you don't sacrifice for your goals, and your goals become the sacrifice, I realized to myself that if I was to get to that point of owning stuff, I was going to have to sacrifice on certain experiences now so that I could experience them later. That means, like, for example, right? My friends were planning to go on a trip to, and this is why I say you need to stick to the plan, bro. And trust me, this is all gonna come together at the end. You need to stick to the plan. My friends were planning a trip to go to like a tropical island and whatnot, right? I was really excited, and I wanted to go on that trip too. But something in my spirit, and I believe it was God talking to me, it was like, bro, you don't need to go on that trip right now. And part of me is just like, yo, but I want to have fun too. I'm in my 20s. These are the best years of my life. Why can't I go out and experience that? Why can't I go and book that trip? Go and book that trip and fly out. Why can't I be like my friend and just go somewhere with my girlfriend from time to time, or go out and do all these things, get all these experiences, right? And in that moment when my friend was talking to me, right? Obviously I felt excited for my bro, he's in a position where he could do this, but I said to myself that not that I can't do it. It's not a scenario where I can't do it, and that might be your thing too. You might be in a place where you're seeing people do things that you want to do, you know, experiencing things that you want to experience, and you could do that now, but it may not be smart for you. So I'm here to come and remind you to stick to the plan. There's a reason. And I thought that I felt in that moment that I was missing out. I felt in that moment I was missing out of the experiences, the flying places. I saw somebody who I knew online the other day, and they recently got their dream car, bro. But social media and hearing from other people's lives, right, may not give you an accurate picture of what's going on. The reason why you may be holding out on getting a car right now is because you're trying to save up for a house, or you're trying to save up for something else. You're trying to stock up your cash. You're trying to get like an emergency fund, right? Your priorities, and I hope I'm talking to the guys who are trying to do something with their lives, bro. Your priorities are not going to be like everybody else's priorities. And sometimes that means you're not going to be experiencing everything that they're experiencing. You may not be getting the nice car right now. You may not have the nice apartment right now. You may not be able to go on those trips right now. Or it's not smart for you to do that. And there's going to be times when you feel to yourself like, dang, man, I want to be like some of those ballers. I want to be someone who go out and buying bottles at the club. I want to be someone who getting nice clothes, wearing suits all the time, or going out to dinner and brunch with my friends. This is my 20s. This is my 20s. I should be enjoying my life. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. You can enjoy your life, but you need to weigh out where you want to be and where the people who are doing these things that you're seeing online or seeing in your friend group, where they are, right? If you want to be the someone who's owning apartments, owning businesses, 8-figure businesses and stuff like that, you want to get to that point where the world is at your feet. Like, you could do anything that you want to do. That you could get a bunch of cars, get a bunch of houses, go on trips all over the year, like financial freedom and stuff like that. If that's a place that you want to be, you can't be doing the things that everybody else is doing. And let's say you do, like, you're able to afford it, right? The way that I think about it right now is not even taking a step back. That's just one more step I'll have to go through to get to where I want to be. Say I go, like, I don't know, let's just say a ticket, I don't know, wherever you going, right? Let's say the plane ticket costs like $1,000 or something, right? Just easy to work with. You could spend $1,000 on flying somewhere and enjoying that experience, or you could put that grind into your craft. You could get, if you're a YouTuber, you could get a new camera to update the quality. You could invest in an editor to edit your videos and get them out more quickly. Or you could invest in this software that could help your business and stuff like that, right? All of these are choices. You could go this way. You could go the way of the trips, the experiences and stuff like that. But just know that if you're taking a step in that direction, sometimes that's going to hinder the speed that you get to the place that you want to go. Right? And that's the tough thing. I hit my mic just now. But I just came here to tell you, to remind you, stick to the plan, bro. You're gonna see people who are enjoying the life and doing things that you want to do. And that's not me telling you that you can't enjoy your life, right? Obviously, be smart and do things, but you also got to understand that if you want to go places, that nobody you know has ever gone, you're going to have to do things that the people you know don't do. And you're going to have to look at the people, because I was reading this book today, actually. I've been getting closer to this goal, and I decided to myself, I was like, yo, I want to actually develop the skills so I could get into this real estate thing. I love doing YouTube and stuff like that, but I'm looking like further into the future. I understand that there could be a point where I fall off on YouTube when people aren't interested in my videos anymore. That's just the reality of how the internet is, right? So I'm looking forward. I'm looking the way I want to be, right? And I understand to get to that point, I need to look at the people who have been there. I was reading this book. that on investing in real estate, and he talked about this a little bit, and he's like, it's so easy that when you're moving towards things and you see what other people are doing, for you to get sidetracked and be like, elevate your lifestyle. Say you're getting closer and closer to the goal of the business you want to start, or you have a business already and you're already making money in it, and you're like, dang, I'm making more money than I ever did before. I could enjoy my money now. That's a trap. That's a trap, because once you elevate your lifestyle, now you're in the same position. When it comes to income and expenses, now you're in the same position. You're spending more money, so you're not going any further. But I don't want to go too far on a tangent. This whole video is just about reminding you, stick to the plan, bro. You want to get somewhere that nobody else has gone, you're going to have to do things that nobody else does. All right? And sometimes that means doing some sacrifices. But let me know what you guys thought about this video. This is very quick, no script, just coming on, talking my thoughts about this matter, because this is something that's real in my life, right? It's something that's real in my life. And I just wanted to share that with you, because there may be some of you who are in that same position. You know, you want to do big things in your life, and you're trying to, stay focused. And I'm just here to remind you, bro, in the end, it's all going to be worth it. You can still enjoy life, but do it in a smart way. Don't be doing it just because you see other people doing it. Don't be doing it just because you feel the FOMO, feel that you're missing out. Be smart. Remember your end goal, bro. Don't forget that. And if you like this video, make sure that you actually like it. All right? Hit the like button to show me that you enjoyed it. You're also definitely going to like this one, so I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.